want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rock Kakadesh, the honest elders and apostles to tell me his truth. Um, Man, this is one I'll say I was gonna stay away from, but go ahead and do it. All right, this is see, let's start off with Ezekiel, 3rd chapter, 17th verse. All right, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words in my mouth and give them warning for me. When I say unto the wicked, that thou should surely die, and thou gives him not warning, that speaks to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life. The same wicked man should die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. See, some things, you let go, you know, you just tell and you just let out just to get that blood off you. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked ways, he should die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Alright. So pretty much by letting this be known, what he done, you deliver yourself by just giving warning to the wicked. Alright. Again, whenever a righteous man does turn from his righteousness and commits iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he should die, because thou hast not given him warning. He should die in his sins, and his righteousness should not be remembered. But his blood would I require at thy hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sins not, and he does not sin, he should surely live, because he is warned. Also, thou hast delivered thy soul. Alright. Alright, this is one, I have dropped hints about this on the fruit videos, but I never came out and just went off into it. Alright. I did one video about 2-3 months ago, Judas. Did another one, Cast Me Not Away. And I was dropping hints because I knew about this whole Son of Perdition thing. Alright. And what I want to clear up, for first of all, the Son of Perdition is not Apostle Tahar. Alright. Let's just get that clear off top. Because the Lord pointed this out to me and showed this to me quite a few months back. And I didn't bring it out because I didn't know brothers wasn't ready to hear it, wouldn't want to hear it, or whatever. But since it's been brought to the forefront now, I guess it's time, to go ahead and go forth with this thing. All right. Now, first of all, you got to understand that the Son of Perdition is or was at some point in his life anointed. Right? The Son of Perdition walked with Yahweh Shah. Alright. So any man who's once, had the Spirit of the Lord with him or once walked with the Lord, you gotta deal with it in a respectful manner. Alright. Even when he goes off. Alright. One thing I would bring out, me and my shop was going into today, that when Marion and Aaron came to Moses and was getting on to Moses about the Ethiopian woman, only Marion got punished because it was a woman speaking when she wasn't supposed to be speaking. She didn't have the authority to pretty much say anything against him. And you remember what the Lord said to that is his prophet, right? And it didn't matter if they was right or not, because that was the Lord's prophet. And that's something you gotta be mindful of. And if it weren't for the fact I can see brothers are so confused on this subject, I would have never even brought this out. I would have just stayed away from them altogether. All right, now here's and I like I said, I dropped hints. The hints should have pretty much so now the son of perdition, as I always say, starts off walking with the Lord. The spirit of the Lord is with him and is with him strong. He has some of breakthroughs. He breaks down a lot of things through the spirit, and he does it to the best of his ability. And just like it happened in Yahushua's time, eventually that man sold out everything he believed in for money. All right, now who is so far the about the highest ranking person, that we know of in this thing that sold out everything he believed in for money. All right. Because I'm still don't think I'm gonna say his name. I'm just gonna let people try to draw their own conclusions. All right. All right. Now, who do every single camp leader go back to, including Tahar? All right. Including Tahar, go back to. See what I'm saying? I mean, if the spirit really working with you, get it. And the reason I put this clip at the front, let go of the hurt, let go of the pain, because the only reason these men are missing this breakdown is because they are holding on to that hurt. They're holding on to that pain and it's clouding their judgment. All right. Because, Mashad told me he felt the same way about Rakah, of the GOCC. I think that's what they call each other. And he watched his videos for years just to see what he was doing wrong. All right, because when you come into this thing and you realize that the man who brought you in ain't right, it kind of messes up your head. And that's what you see these brothers going. They realizing that what these men are doing ain't right. But what you forgetting that every single camp got something going that ain't right. All right, every single camp got some living in them, something that needs to be purged out. All right, and GMS is no exception. I mean, it's all the camps. It ain't just one. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure from what I said, you probably got a clue of who I was talking about. Like I said, go back watch the Judas video I did and the Cast Me Not Away video I did. All right. If you still on the rocks. Now, like I said, I did them videos almost 2-3 months ago. I can't remember exactly which one. But this is songs. There's another reason that I didn't want to really hit on this. 109. But since the brothers brought up the scripture, all right, this is the prayer that King David did for the son of perdition. All right, he said, "Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand." All right, so now I just told you this goes back to a man who's over who taught pretty much the camp leaders what they know. All right, and the King David said that it was going to be a wicked man set over him. It let Satan stand in his right hand. All right, so I'm just going to leave it to brothers to draw their own conclusions. When he should be judged, let him be condemned and let his prayers become sin. Let his days be few and let another take his office. So pretty much, eventually he was going to be moved out the way and another person was going to take his role anyway in this thing. All right. And we're going to get Proverbs, the 29th chapter, and read a few verses here and there. All right. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people more. All right, so it's saying the state of everything is based on the people and what state the people in. All right, and one thing that you see constantly going on, people always want to brag about how long they've been in this thing, but what state of the people been in? It comes to point to where your length of time in this thing and what you accomplish, you know, it don't look good, all right? Proverbs the 29th chapter, 12th verse. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. All right, if you harping into lies, if you don't believe that Yahushua died on the cross for our sins, which is the new covenant, which I bring that scripture out in Matthew that says that plainly, and yet people still want to argue down whether you in the new covenant or not. All right, Matthew the 26th chapter, where it literally says Yahushua's blood dying on the cross was the new covenant. I don't brought that out in a bunch of videos and probably continue to bring it out over and over again because it's kind of ridiculous at this point that people are still staying confused on it, but it is what it is. All right. Now, skipping down to the 23rd verse. All right. A man's pride should bring him low, but honor should uphold the humble in spirit. And the biggest thing that is hurting certain brothers. The worst thing a person can say is they got 100% truth. Once you got 100% truth, you ain't got no room for the Spirit to work in you, for the Holy Spirit to grow in you, and for you to reach high in this thing. And anyone saying they got 100% truth and you ain't got spiritual power yet, I mean, come on. I mean, that's pretty much all you need to know. I mean, if that spiritual power ain't manifesting you, then you ain't got 100% truth. Because the apostles had spiritual power in these bodies. Right? Whoso is partnered with a thief hates his own soul. He hears cursings and see. Is that what I want? Alright. Alright. Oh, okay. It was the 26th verse. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgments cometh from the Lord. All right. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the ways is an abomination to the wicked. All right, so pretty much the only approval you need is the Lord's approval. All right, you don't need the approval of no man. All right, in this thing of ours, it's the Lord. All right, now this is Matthew, the 10th chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 16th verse. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So pretty much I always be thinking, I always be putting stuff together, I always be trying your best to disciple and understand things in your own mind. Because these groups will tell you not to get a piece here, a piece there, but there's no group that got a 100% of anything. So the only way you can even start to put the truth together is to gather pieces from different groups and discipling in your mind and play it out. All right, that's you being a sheep in the midst of wolves, coming with all these weird and strange doctrines. All right, but beware of man, for they will deliver you up to the council, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. All right, so these people will turn you in and go against you. And you should be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them in the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought or how or what ye should speak. For if it should be given you in that same hour which you should speak. For it is not ye that speaks, but the Spirit of your Father which speaks in you. And that is what shines through everything we going through. This is not our spirit speaking. This is the spirit of Yahweh coming out. All right, that is what's giving us this understanding and these breakthroughs and these breakdowns and things. All right, it's the Lord's spirit. All right, and the brother should deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children should rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And you should be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end should be saved. All right, so this is letting you know that everyone was going to hate the people who come with this true doctrine. All right, as you can see, one West hates the new covenant. And like I said, that's another clue of who the son of perdition is. All right, the fact that all one West, the only thing they can agree on is that we're not in the new covenant, which is wrong. All right, you can't agree on nothing else. All right, 23rd verse. But when they persecute you into this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, you should not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man become. All right, so if you get put down in one city, go to another. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. All right, so pretty much is going on. All right, so and as Yahweh said, they hated him, so they're gonna hate the man in this time who's coming with this true doctrine. All right, that is why things are the way they are. No one wants to hear the truth. Everyone wants to continue to believe a lie. All right, now, this is Second Thessalonians, the second chapter, third verse. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day should not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right. So it said this day was not going to come until the man of sin be revealed. All right. And he's being revealed right now in front of our eyes. All right. And like I said, even without me saying his name, it should be apparent and clear who this is right now. All right. And like I can say, it ain't Apostle Tahar. All right. Never was. And then, like he said in Psalms 109, let a wicked man rule over you. So it's going to be a wicked man ruling over the son of perdition. All right. And we come back in our lot. What did Judas do? He sold the Lord out for money and, delivered him up to be crucified. And this lot, he sold the Lord out for money again. All right. It's just the way it happened. All right. Now, yeah. Go Old Testament, Isaiah. The 55th chapter, 7th verse. All right. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. So pretty much anyone who turns back to the Lord, while these grace periods open or whatever, the Lord's gonna accept you back, all right? As long as you don't do them two things that you was told that wasn't gonna be forgiven in this time, all right? Speak against Rock Dash or take that mark, all right? The Lord is gonna welcome you back. All right, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than yours thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returns not thither, but water the earth, and makes it bring forth and bud, that it might give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So, that what the Lord said. So should my word be that goes forth out of my mouth. It should not return unto me void, but it should accomplish that which I please, and it should prosper in where I send. All right, so this was the Lord, His word that there was going to be a son of perdition in this time. All right, and I know a lot of brothers ain't going to be able to accept who it is. All right, because like I said, I just want to put it out there. It's not too hard. All right, too hard might seem like it because that's the camp you came up under. That's who you follow, but it runs way deeper than that. All right, this man has his fingers on every camp that came out of One West. All right, hey, like I said, someone had to live in their life, and I know it's hard for brothers to accept the man who's living in their life or who lived in their life. All right, then that's the Psalms 125, and I'm gonna guess I just ended with this, the third verse. All right. For the rod of the wicked should not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. All right, so pretty much the wicked gonna do wicked, and the righteous gonna be righteous. All right, and like the scriptures were saying, you know, these men were gonna be replaced. All right, the scriptures kept saying the first will be last and the last will be first. All right, it's gonna be righteous rulership set up in Israel, and we're at the point where talking about how long you been in this thing, and yet not accomplishing too much of nothing. You know, it ain't a good look no more. All right, so it really is not saying that to say you've been doing something for a long time if ain't nothing growing, ain't nothing changing, ain't nobody getting stronger, ain't the community doing better, but you just been doing it for a long time. I mean, if you work a factory job and you take all day to make the product, and the product come out bad, you still get fired at the end of the day. That boss ain't gonna care how much time you put into it. They want good product at the end of the day. And the Most High is the same way. He said you should know them by their fruit. All right, the fruit you producing should be good. All right, yeah, the fruit should be going out. Planting their own trees and creating more fruit. All right. I mean, when you got what they say, man, they've been doing this thing 30 years and haven't branched out on their own to start something else, to help something else grow even bigger. I mean, that's just a weird look right now. All right. You've been in this thing that long. Why don't you got something going yourself? Know what I'm saying? Each man ain't the whole point of training someone is you train them to be independent so that they can flow. And everyone comes back and reports to the head, but you still train them to branch out on their own. All right. And when that's not being accomplished, what's the whole point? And even being up under tutelage or leadership if you never grow enough to be able to be the head and lead your own thing. All right. Yeah, I know I'm getting in on this. All right. And like I said, this is one of them lessons I really didn't want to have to mess with because the son of perdition was once the Lord's anointed. All right. And you can't just do what you want with the Lord's anointing. There's a reason King David ran from King Saul. All right. King David was a better warrior, but yet he ran from King Saul. Why? Because you don't touch anyone that the Lord wants anointed. All right. Like they say, you gotta use kid gloves. You gotta be careful what you say, even if it's right. All right. Like the Lord said, these are His prophets, so you gotta be mindful of it. And I'm just gonna leave it with that, and I'm gonna say, Shalom.
I have money. It's trust and character I need around me. And who you choose to be around you lets you know who you are. And one car in exchange for knowing what a man's made of. That's a price I can live with. Look at all those people down there. They follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them.
You brothers in GMS, man, you want to be like the elders, right? You brothers in GMS, man, you want to be like the elders, right? Well, guess what? I'm trying to be like Aria. Because I picked this up from Aria. So he had to sell his soul. I'm trying to be like Aria. I want to say this, that I'm glad to be alive in this time. Because the comforter that Christ speaks about in the Bible is definitely here. I'm trying to be like Aria. You even remember the time